Hey, how you doing? It's Brett, and this is Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke. So, had a bit of a mishap in my audio. Didn't record with the right device. So, I have to voice over it, which is great, because that means I'm not exactly keeping up to date. We're moving now. So, I've never done it this way before. So yeah, I'm just trying to get to Team Galactic's building right now. Shouldn't be that difficult. Did I talk to him again? No, I don't. Alright, so I already fought them. Go upstairs, and I chose this route on purpose, because I wanted to get more XP. So this dummy won't... this idiot just fights blindly to defend things he doesn't understand. Which I guess is kind of honorable in its weird sense, but like... You know, you should really know what you're fighting for, generally speaking. And yeah, you better shut her. I've got Mud Bomb, you got nothing. The only solace I have is that I can't remember what happened during the episode. Well, I can remember a few things, but like little things like that, like him using Pursuit there, I totally forgot. So, yeah, I hit him with a fucking Mud Bomb, and I don't think it kills. It does a lot though. Well, it does a decent amount. And dropped his accuracy. Yeah, just gonna keep spamming that and hope I don't get poisoned here, because that would spell disaster for me. But like, what happened is my, so I record audio on my laptop, and recently I shut my laptop down for a bit and let it, you know, cool off. Basically, I reset it, but like not a full reset, just, you know, basic reset. But one of the things that did was it reset all my, my settings in my audio recorder, and one of those settings was the default fucking microphone that it uses. So that meant that instead of recording through my relatively expensive like Blue Yeti microphone, it recorded through the shitty fucking webcam microphone that it has that came in stock with the $200 laptop. So it sounded like I was talking through I don't know, it fucking sounded terrible, so I had to do this, because I'm not gonna... I have standards. Even if I don't put out great content, I want my content to sound good. You know what I mean? And so I figured I'd re-record it because I'm awake anyway, may as well. Now this person uses Glimmeow, I think. I don't know if I should be. Yeah, I don't fucking care. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I was trying to train Slime Rev in here because Gastrostone's really good. I don't want a bulky Pokemon to take a lot of hits, because it's a Nuzlocke, right? So you got to be able to take hits. That's a major factor. Yeah, you better miss. Fucking water pulse, you. Rah. Spam it, because why not? Yeah, double miss, nice. I don't believe in hypnotism, and therefore I can't be hypnotized. Apparently that's a thing, where if you... they say that if you don't want to be hypnotized, then you can't be hypnotized, which leads many people to believe it's literally just peer pressure. It's not, has no technical effect whatsoever. That you just do what they tell you to do because you're like on stage or whatever, and you want to put on a show, which is, I don't know how true that is, because again, I've only been on stage with hypnotism once, and it didn't really work on me. But like, being who I am, I enjoy acting out and making other people have a good time. So I acted out the character they tried to get me to do, which it was a lot of fun. So I can't say for certain whether or not people are actually, you know, in a higher state of mind when they're under hypnosis, but that would be really cool to believe in. So I'm not gonna say you can't believe in that, because why not, right? Oh yeah, this fucker almost destroys fucking Slimer here. but he doesn't. So no worries, we got the slime. Can't lose if we have slime. But yeah, I'm like, fuck that shit, I'm out. So I sent in Rocky 57. I think that was not my best nickname. I've made a couple shitty ones. Rocky 57 is probably not the best name I ever gave, but you know, Rocky's a good Pokemon. You know, it does what it wants. It's really good. Take a hit. Well, not a special hit like that particular one. And of course, he fucking crit me, so why wouldn't he? And then I think I killed. Yeah, he's gone. All right. I watch these videos back afterwards because I enjoy listening to myself make jokes that I was going to make anyway. Like, I'll sit and watch the video and then make a joke, and then half a second later I'll make the joke in the video. So that's always fun, and I'll laugh at them because I don't know if it's narcissism, but I do very much enjoy my own sense of humor, which I think is a good thing. Probably, maybe. I don't know. Oh, he fucking fakes me out. This isn't sports ball. You can't just fake me out, bro. And then he does this for 15 years. Early game Growl is, I've said this before, is the fucking most annoying thing. Because if you've ever done competitive, or if you've ever just like, you know, played against other people, you quickly realize how completely useless it is. It's outclassed by every other move. Like, most Pokemon that get Growl get some other move to lower attack. They either have something to boost their own defense, which is better, because if you're lowering attack, then you probably want to lower the opponent's. You want to stay in for longer. And there's other moves that just lower it better. It only lowers it by 1. Like, there's Charm, which lowers it by 2. You know, and there's burns. Burns are especially useful for that. Like, Scald is a beautiful move because it burns the opponent. It gets you out of ice if you happen to be frozen. It's got almost as high base power as Surf, and it's got 100% accuracy, and it has enough like power points to be spammed. And on top of all that, it's a water type move, and therefore it's used by it is learnable by a lot of Pokemon who already have a really good defensive typing. Because water only has 2 weaknesses, and only electric and grass, and only electric is relatively common amongst competitive. Because a lot of things get T-Volt, admittedly. But if you have a Pokemon that resists, like, it's water and something that resists electric, there isn't very many things that just carry a grass type move. Like, maybe Grass Knot, because it's just an all-around good move, that one, and it can be learned by a lot of non-grass Pokemon. Like, the worst you're looking at is maybe Hidden Power Grass, and most people wouldn't put Hidden Power Grass on a Pokemon to save their soul. Oh yeah, I decided to check that sign out for no reason whatsoever. But Bolt Beam is relatively common. So if you have something that resists electric as a secondary type, and you like, well, electric or ground, then you've got a very good defensive Pokemon. Like, Quagsire is an amazing defensive tank because it can sponge a lot of hits. It's got an ability that neutralizes stat boosts in Unaware, and it can learn Scald, so it can have the opponent's physical attack. Oh yeah, this Kadabra. I straight up had no idea what I was gonna do here, so I decided to start checking the Spadef because Kadabra is fast and powerful at the same time. It's got no defense at all. It's terribly undefensive. It's got, you'll see, it's got less physical defense than Geodude has special defense. Geodude has, at least my Geodude had 14 here, so I think it's got nothing for defense. So that's why I ended up going with Queen Koopa, because I would have gone with Scar, but Scar's, wait, no, why didn't I go for Scar? I think I figured it would go for Confusion here, but instead he did that, which was way scarier. Way scarier. So I almost Like, I seriously was considering sacking something for, like, I had no idea what my plans. I was just hoping that Queen Koopa would live it, which it did, thankfully, and Kadabra went down, so that's good. That was very good. But that meant I had to go heal again. I think I just used the potion, though. Because, fuck the monetary system, I don't want to run back. Like, I didn't want to run back and forth a bunch of times during the episode like I would if I was playing the game myself. And usually when I play this, I do it very slowly. And I won't use potions outside of battle unless it's like... Unless I am an excruciating distance from a Pokemon Center. That's the only time I'll do it. So I'm gonna grab those items. But, yeah, normally I'd, like, fight one enemy and then take my Pokemon back to the Pokemon Center. If there was anything remotely, like, wrong, like if there was a stat condition or just a lot of HP lost, I wouldn't use the potion. I certainly wouldn't use the Super Potion. So, my in-game strategy is very different when I'm recording as opposed to when I'm playing on my own. Here I'm strategizing for Sailor Jupiter over there, because it's a boss, and I hadn't been training as much as I should have been. I should have, when I fought this guy, I should have had everything at least level 23. Like, I should have had a Golbat, I should have had, you know, just better Pokemon all around, because I don't know. I don't plan ahead very well, so went and did this. Fucking took it on with Scar. Scar is probably one of my better Pokemon on this team. Like, it'll go with me a long way, I think. But this fucking motherfucker. That's a 10%, by the way. Flinching bite is 10% chance. Just so you're aware of the shit I went through in this fight. 10% to flinch me. If you do the math on that, it's already 1 in 100 that it did twice. Every time it hits it in a row, every time it flinches me in a row, it's an extra multiplier of 10. Because it's 1 in 10 each time. Well, I mean, per battle would also be a multiplier, but... the fact that he fucking did it twice is a very annoying thing. The fact that he did it 3 times, well, yeah, that's 1 in 1,000? So, I mean, still really low, honestly. But, like, I've had much rarer things happen to me before. That's neither here nor there. So let's go with this battle. Scar's learning Bite. That's awesome. Bite's a good move. See, Luxio and Luxray should be part Dark type. They have the physical appearance of it, and they learn Bite and Crunch. They really should have been given the Dark typing. That would have been really cool. Maybe, but they decided not to. So this is, if you remember back in that episode where I fought Sailor Mars, I was talking about how I needed to train up for a certain Pokemon that she had, that I thought she had. This is that Pokemon. It is stupid difficult to deal with. So I figured I'd send out Rocky here, Magnitude. I was hoping to get like Magnitude 10. Instead I got a Miss, and he screeched me. She screeched me. So I tried to use Magnitude again. I got a Magnitude Miss. So I was like, well, I've lost too much defense. I better switch out. Who can take a hit? I figured he'd go for a poison type move. So that's why I didn't go to Queen Koopa. Slimer's too weak. Scar's got no HP. Jack, I would have sent in Jack, but I didn't want anything to faint. I almost did. But a part of me was like, it's got nothing that I can do after I send it in, if it lives. And I needed it for cut. So I sent in Silver. As much as it pains me to say. And and then the fun happened. And I'm kind of glad that the recording, the audio recording fucked up, because I was very loud at that part, and given the time, I can now be less loud, but I would have had to very much alter the audio. So I looked at my options and decided my next Pokemon had to be Rocky. I still didn't know his fourth move, and that was an issue, so I went for Magnitude again to hope. Now I know his 4 moves. I know he doesn't have a Poison type move. So, but I mean, I didn't really think about it. Yeah, that didn't do shit all, but I mean, it could have. If I had gotten a high roll, I probably could have 2-shot it. Because, you know, Magnitude does a lot of damage, usually. Magnitude 7, that's slightly better, but that's still not good enough. If I had gotten a higher roll on either of those, if I had gotten a 9 or a 10, that battle would be over right there. But I didn't. So, yeah. Bye, Rocky. I don't know whether that crit mattered. I really don't. I've still hasn't registered that it doesn't have any poison type moves. That's why I didn't send in Groudle there. I was like, maybe I can hit it with a poison type move, and then I almost cried when that happened. So, and then I was seriously, I had no idea what to do. I figured it would probably crit me if I couldn't even harden. I was getting a super potion here. I think I did actually. Yeah, I did. I do it again, and he immediately just keeps going for Night Slash. Not to spoil anything, but yeah. So at this point, I don't remember which turn it is, but sooner or later it hits me that, yeah, it does right here. Oh yeah, he's used all 4 moves, and none of them are poison type damaging ones. I can send in my grass type. This is where, like, I finally started being able to fight back. If I had sent in Queen Cooper from the beginning, none of this would have happened. But to be fair, I didn't know that he didn't have a poison type move. That was also like that could have been a crit. It would have ended it for me. So I just play the fucking stalling game here. Super Potion up a bunch. Because what else can I do? If I had been training more, I would have been more prepared for this battle, and it wouldn't have turned out the way it ended up turning out. And I'm willing to admit that I should have been training more between episodes. So I'm going to be doing that a little bit now, just to get to a point where I'm safe fighting the trainers that I come across fighting. Because this is unacceptable. What happened here shouldn't have had to happen. I should have studied. I should have looked into this battle and learned, because if I had, researched Juniper's team, I would have known it had no poison type moves. So that would have been, I could have started with Queen Koopa, and I wouldn't have had an issue. So I think I go for tackle the next few turns here, because I've started to realize, wait, eventually he's going to stop using Night Slash and start using Smoke Screen, and then I won't be able to win. Because eventually it'll poison gas me, and then it'll be game over. Yeah, right here. Any one of these Night Slashes could have been a crit, and that would have ended it. And if you can tell in that corner, I've stopped using the keys, like the keyboard, to hit the touchscreen, because I was shaking. It just in anger. Like, I'm tapping that screen to just make the game move faster, because I couldn't hit the arrow keys. What's the word? Close to enough. Like, I kept hitting them, like, and the ones next to them, and it was just fucking me. Like, my big fucking fingers were doing that, so I had to use the mouse, because it was just making everything even more stressful. So I finally killed it. I was screaming, just die at it, like over and over again. Like my roommate actually came into the room and was wondering what all the yelling was about. I think he only didn't come in the room because I have a little thing up to tell him not to if I'm recording. Oh, and I learned hidden power. I've been playing with it. I've been trying to figure out. I think it's either fighting or poison. No, fighting or bug. I can't tell which. Because it was resisted by Drifloon and it's neutral to Starly, so it's either of those. I think the video is over pretty much as soon as this conversation's done, because I just couldn't. So, super important information. Yeah, whatever there. Alright, so I'm gonna grab that thing, I guess. The upgrade. That will be useful later because there's a person who gives you a Porygon. But anyway, I will, I don't know what sense. I think, well, I will see you in the next video. If you liked it, check out the others on the channel. And, bye.